Good morning everyone, it is rather cold. I thought I'd start this vlog off with a very beautiful picturesque of the fields this morning. We do have the vet coming out this morning for their annual vaccinations and Dixie's checkup, so I thought I'd take you guys with me. I've just marked out Apollo and now I've got the other two to do. I am wrapped up in this and I do have gloves, but my phone doesn't like me when I've got my gloves on, so it is rather cold and rather nippy. Okay, so I'm not going to try and talk a lot through this vlog, but I did have to muck out before Joe arrived, and I was scheduled between 9 and 9:30 and Joe was very much on time. So I had managed to just get Apollo and Tricker mucked out. Dixie obviously was the last one to muck out. Now I really enjoyed filming this sort of bit, just trying out like new transitions and where to place the camera, or technically in my phone, because my spare vlogging camera that I had, Apollo, has broken. So I now have no vlogging camera and I am back to vlogging on my phone, which I'm not very happy about because I can't do any Q&As with you and obviously have my phone. But I did really enjoy doing this sort of like transitions, like setting the camera up, making sure it was in the correct place, getting those really nice, decent frames in. And obviously, as you can see on the ground, it was a very beautiful, picturesque, something like that. Morning. We were at the stables. It was a very nippy. I think it was reading something like -3, -4 at the yard when we got there. So it was kind of like one of those. Dixie was just kicking heck out of her door because she thought she was funny. But yeah, she wanted more food even though she'd literally only just had her breakfast. Well, on to the mucking out anyway. Oh god, I'm mucking out. I tried to get finished as quickly as possible, move on to Dixie, because I knew I was running out of time to get all the mucking out done, and I knew I was not going to be finished by the time Joe turned up. I obviously didn't know I was having Joe at the first. I didn't know I was having, if Tom was coming, or Joe, or the other Joe, or someone else. It was like a pick of the draw of which vet would show up. But luckily enough, we got Joe, who is our normal, comes out and sees us, and he is really lovely, and he knows what Dixie can be like, so yeah. She has been so rude the last few days. She has been bargy and very annoying. Very nippy as well, Dixie has been. Apollo hasn't been much help either. But yeah, she's been very rude lately. So hence the head collar is going on and I'm mucking out around her whilst she is tied up, because she's just in one of those moods this week for some reason of, I'm going to try to escape as quickly as possible, Mum, and you can't stop me. And she is a very big horse to deal with at times. Getting her mucked out wasn't as easy as I was anticipating, because I was literally halfway through and Joe turns up, which he always does Tricker first. For vaccinations, for anything that we have to have him to do, multiple horses, we always start with Trickers first, because she is the most easiest mare to do with absolutely everything. It's like we've got Danny coming soon. She'll do Tricker's teeth first, then Dixie, then we move on to Apollo.
Priorities. Yeah, the hot back up stack and some water for it.
She's the nicest one to do, I'm not going to lie. She is the nicest one to do. Hello you. Right.
Fucking yours.
Oh, mine's an idiot.
You doing that one?
Yeah, just grabbing the passports out for Joe, because he'll need them. He doesn't need Apollo right now, because she's not due her last vaccination for a while. Hello you.
Oh, Victor Cake. Yeah, that's her in there. send us back.
I'm going to kill her if she carries on barging at me. Good girl. You're getting so much better.
How have the legs been then?
Stiffness in this black joint over here, black leg.
Yeah.
Stiffness throughout the joint. We've tried walking her and she's just an absolute div.
It's old, aren't you?
Yeah.
You have to like doing 9.
So stiffness through the hock and the fetlock.
Yeah.
And the farrier said she's got really good feet and he can't see any issue around it causing her feet. He reckons it was the joint. So I said, well, I've got you guys coming out, so I'll get you guys to have a look at it.
Not had any swelling or anything?
No heat, no swelling, just a lot of stiffness. And she's been out as much as I can get her out.
Might be the high ground.
It might be. He's a good girl. You be nice to Jay. That's it. That's a good girl for being nice.
Yeah, you can get one, yeah.
No, Joe's got to check your rain scald.
I reckon it's just trying to get out of work.
I reckon it would be, but better safe than sorry with her and the issues we've had with that back leg. I'm being more cautious with it. Good girl, well done.
They're trying to reach me then.
Yeah. Are you looking my coat? Is that better? You're a good girl, and they're fighting.
Yeah, there's no swelling there or anything, is there?
No. Who's having a look at your leg? Good girl, well done.
Yeah, she'll put your feet out.
I know, sorry, I was running behind after dealing with that thing in there.
That's not very helpful, is it?
There you go, you're fine. Don't put your ears back. Good girl.
Yeah, I mean, probably stiffness around those joints, isn't it? There's no swelling or anything.
No.
Could x-ray them all if you were so such inclined.
Scoped her. Should we see how she goes over the next few months?
See how she goes when the ground softens up a little bit. And
I'm not working them whilst the ground is rock hard.
It's rock hard out there at the minute, isn't it? So see how it goes once the ground softens a bit, and you might be okay because there's no swelling or anything around those joints.
That's what I thought. I thought there's no swelling, there's no heat.
Yeah, I wouldn't panic too much, but just see what she's like once it
starts
to soften up a little bit. Yeah.
Okie dokie, right, last one to do. I've only got a follow left to do, trouble.
With dry skin conditions.
She's got bald patches. The back is cleared up a bit more, but it's around the bum she's got, where it's coming out. It's pulled a lot of her hair out and causing like bald patches.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was because of everything we're doing and it is healing, or if there's something underlying.
How old is she now?
She's nearly 20 months.
Yeah, working good.
Still, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can't get back into this one, can you?
No, that's what
Well,
I'd like
no,
to
that's
do.
probably what she needs, to be fair. Like her head and shoulders quite silly and big,
Yeah.
things like that is probably the thing that
That's what I was thinking.
help the most. But I mean, where she's got ball patches.
Right.
That's the healing skin. It's just, it is quite, it's still got quite scabs through her back and over her.
It's not as bad as what it was. It has come down a little bit. It's just the back end was like, oh.
Yeah, it just,
I think.
really, you need this, when the scabs come off, you should probably get the hair pulled away with it.
Right, okay.
Where you've got this full pack and it's like healthy skin there now without the scabbing.
Yeah.
That's fine. And hair will come back actually. But it's the patches where she's still got a few bits there and there where she's still a bit.
Alright.
Keep going.
So keep the grooming, keep the heavy scrubbing,
Yeah,
add your moisturiser or cream.
Keep trying to get the scabbiness off where you can, and
We will do. You've got to have groom today anyway.
if it,
So think it's good girl, saying thank you, good girl.
if the weather was to improve, then
I would bath her.
yeah, we
Just bath her in head and shoulders or
that or a similar type thing. Yeah.
Right. Don't destroy your
Try a normal patch first, just in case she reacts to it. But most of them are pretty good with it. And,
Yeah. You're such a
she's clearly just a bit sort of sensitive with the skin because she's got the warts on her nose as well.
They've cleared up a lot though since the last time you've seen
they're
her.
better. Yeah, they were just again.
Oh,
Hey.
perfect.
She will grow out of them, but
Yeah, they're going.
Gotten better, haven't you?
You stop it. Doesn't matter. Let me take it. Let me take it.
So yeah, just keep on it as we are.
keep on it as you're up a minute. Yeah.
Cheers,
Just try and get as much of that scabbing off as you can because you've got relatively healthy skin underneath it. You just need to
Get the scabs off.
get the scabs off. Yeah.
She's a bit.
I'll bring a scrubbing brush up.
A bit difficult. She double barreled Dad
Is she?
already.
Wow.
Alright, stop it, you two.
I was walking down the track.
Stop.
Did she spin?
Go
So
away.
got halfway down the track and that track rock hard.
Yeah.
We got halfway down and she spin.
Right, it's off now. Well, at least Apollo hasn't broken my phone, which is one thing I was worried about. But vaccinations done for the two big ones. Apollo looked at, Dixie's joints looked at, which is really, really good. Just going over like normal things. I've got to finish mucking her out, get the hay nets up, get them groomed. Stop biting at me! And get this one re-rugged. Because it's too cold not to be rugged, isn't it? That's my hat. Go away. Yeah, very happy. Joe's happy with them, so that's all I can ask for. Had their books done. Oh, pack it up. Both of you. So yes, they're just fighting now. Trix just scared herself. Are you okay? Are you okay? That will teach you for going to sleep on the whiteboard. You alright, my love? Are you okay? That scared you, didn't it? That scared you. Okay, Joe had been up, seen the girls, was happy, left us with a few ideas what to do about the rain scald and things like that. So that's what we're going to do. Going to try a patch test on Head and Shoulders, but I'm not going to do that until it has warmed up a little bit because it is too cold. Stop it! Stop it! Stop. Not being silly, aren't we? Both of you, you're being
Your
silly.
name's growing, man, babes.
Grow it back.
You kicked out that one, though. Look at that. That's the longest I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's growing back, isn't it, after that Mohican that she had?
Yeah. All the way down.
Good girl.
Now
Hi.
get your hay back.
What, hey, next time we're going to have our cup of coffee.
No, coffee down. It's going to go.
Cup of coffee time. Who paid, ponies?
That water.
I didn't know we had any water in the barrel, so...
Oh, come on.
Oh, tricky trackers. Well, coffee. Dad and I did have a very small coffee break. We had gotten cold after not doing anything for a little bit, so we needed to just have a little bit of a warm up. Once we had had our coffee, we then cracked on and got the hay nets into the girls and topped up the water with our water containers, which we did bring home to fill up to take back in the evening. Now the girls got one of their big hay nets each to last them until I came back in a little while, because I had to go pick up Hayes from school. But yeah, so we had no water because it had frozen and it was relatively cold anyway, but their waters in their stables were absolutely fine. They still had one big bucket each, which the buckets are big. If you've seen our water buckets, our big ones are relatively big. So they were quite happy enough with the water we had left them. At least I knew I was coming back in this evening when I was hoping that it had all thawed out so I could get some running water, re-top up the water buckets, and obviously have my water containers as a spare. Going on to that, we did make sure the girls had relatively big beds. Tricka was in her nice heavy stable weight just to help keep her warm, because if you've been following me for quite a while, you know that in the winter time Tricka does not cope well with the cold temperatures. Now so far I think this has been our worst winter so far. It's been the coldest, definitely. I've definitely noticed the cold because I have been shivering myself. But yes, Dixie is in her 150 without her neck at the moment. If the temperature drops below -4, I will start putting her heavier rug on, but because she is quite nice and toasty in that rug, I do not want to over rug her, where if we do get colder temperatures, then that rug is not going to be a benefit to her. Apollo stays in her 150, the same as Dixie. She gets relatively warm as well. So we were trying to get all the jobs finished, so like sweeping and just making sure everything was ready for us, so we could then crack on, go home, go shopping like we had planned, and then pick up Hayes from school and then be back up this evening. Now we did not spend that long, I don't feel, sweeping really. It was very much a quick tidy up, get it done, get it finished, get the wheelbarrow that I still had out there emptied, and just finish up going as fast as possible to just try and keep warm. Dad, as you can see, he has his lovely Sherpa jacket on, I think it's called. It's a wool jacket anyway. It is lovely and warm. I really want one for myself, but the shop that Dad got it from is no longer here, so I can't really get one, and I'm not paying a fortune for it. But yes, he was relatively warm. I was wearing about 4 or 5 layers as well as my thermals. But as you can see, we get it all done. Coming back this evening, hence the reason they've only got one hay net and Dad's left Tricka's neck down, mainly because 1, we have to come back and do night checks anyway, but 2, we currently have no water because everywhere is frozen and it'll be defrosted later, we're hoping. So we'll be back this evening to do their waters, their night checks, make sure they're all okay. We're taking a water jug home with us just to be on the safe side, just in case we don't have any water up here. The girls have 1 water bucket each at the moment, which are full.
Yeah, full.
Yeah, all are full. So the big ones are completely full. They haven't touched them, but we know that they will drink them tonight. So
The other one,
yeah. Who needs the water right now? Nobody. So we have 1.5, well, half of one at the moment that we've used on their water feeds this morning.
she's completely empty in the little one. That
Madam?
One. No.
Oh, Dix. Yeah, but her big one's still completely full.
Yeah, so she's got a big one full and her little one's half full.
Right. So
last night.
they haven't drunk, but yes, all okay. Tricka's alright, Dixie's alright, and Apollo, of course. Yeah, we've got we will be back later on once the water is defrosted, but we need to go home and also get some water. I also need to pop to Red Post to get some shavings, so that's where we're off to now. So yeah, oh, cold. And I've got their passports all with me. I'm going to close the doors. See you later, kids. I'll be back, I promise. So close the doors to make sure it stays warm in there for them. Well, warmish anyway. It is cold. Find out what the temperature is in the car now. Oh, easy doggies. Right, get to the car without falling. So the temp is -2. 2. It was -4.1 at the yard. We're obviously not heading to Red Post. We're going to go there just after we picked Hayes up from school. And we are now off shopping because we need some food in the house. Yes, I will catch you all up when we've got to Asda. But right now, the glare on the road is awful. You're enjoying yourself there, Father. And Dad's little snow ice sign on his car is red. It beeps at him as well when the temperature drops, so that's quite interesting. I always think I've done something wrong when it beeps at me. No, it beeps to tell you when the temperature's dropping, but it doesn't say a thing, doesn't beep or anything.
Oh, shit.
When the temperature goes up, and that was a silly van driver speeding at us. But
Yeah,
anyway.
we're having to check up every time now, can't we?
Anyway, right. See you all in a bit. Hazel's in the car. Need to pick her up from school. I'm just doing night nets. So this one's Apollo's, I think. I'm hoping it's Apollo's. I could be wrong. Dad, pink hay net for Apollo. This one, pink one for Apollo. Right, thank you. Right, you devil pony, back off. Yes, okay, let me in. God, it's like this pony never gets fed. No, don't just drink. No, thank you. Okay. As you can see, sorry for the terrible lighting, but as you can see, the day ones are now completely empty. So I've got to take them down. Do you mind, young lady? Thank you. And try and do this one-handed. This is probably not going to go my way at all. She's back there eating. And we finally have water, which is great news. I can't do it one-handed. Wait a second. There's one hanging up one-handedly. Right, where are you going? Get your bum back. Thank you. Thank you. I've just got Apollos to top up, and that one for Dixie. Whew. And then feed buckets. And feed them. They're night feeds. Like I said, busy. So Tricker's already has her 2 big ones. I just have Dixie's left to put up. Oh god, freaking heavy hay nets. They really are. I'm getting hay all in my hair. Never mind. Should have left my hair band in. Right. You naughty pony. No! Get off. That was my hair, Apollo. Dix. Oh. Thank you. I really wanted hay in my hair. You're just going to munch that, are you? Yes, you are. Thanks. I need to put it up, love. Come on, let me put it up. That's us done. Oh, right. So, we've had 2 big hay nets, a night feed, and waters are all done. Thank God we've got water. We've just brought our second water container up. Just in case tomorrow we've got no water, but we'll be up early anyway. Oh, dear me. And Dad's filthy. I did all the hay. How are you dirty?
That's my horse.
That's Dad's horse. That answers everything, doesn't it? Where's she sat in my front seat? Hazel sat in front of the seat of the car.
Hey, get her back.
Oh, she climbed over. Ah, that'll be why. Right, ending this vlog on that. All 3 girls are happy. They've all got night feeds. Did you go through my glove compartment? You must have to get that. All got night feeds. We are now off home. Dad's got darts tonight. And that's the horses all finished and done.
This was on the floor.
Could have been on the floor.
It was in your bag.